Imagine if you and a friend were going to hang out for the day and go to like 4 different locations. And your friend picks you up and you go to the first place and you're hanging out with them and you realize you have to pee. You don't say anything, but you just realize you have to pee, and you start to realize, why aren't they asking me if I have to pee? So you think that's just kind of weird. Then you go to the second place and you're really feeling like you have to pee, and you're going, why isn't anyone asking me about this? And the third place you really have to pee, and you start thinking things like, they don't care about me. And you bring meanings into it that you're just creating. They don't care about me. And then the fourth place you really have to pee, and you start coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff beyond just this day. You go, they never care about me. They don't even notice what I need. They don't even ask me. They don't even offer it. I'm just sitting here suffering, and they're into it. They like that I'm hurting. Now, obviously, you can tell from this scenario that the problem is that the person's not communicating that they have to pee, because no one knows when you have to pee. It's up to you to say something. But weirdly, that also exists with almost every single other thing that we're feeling. And it's not so much a given to us that we should communicate it. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could just be like, I don't feel seen, or I really want this person to give me their attention, or I want this person to leave me alone, or whatever it is. You could just be thinking something. This person doesn't ask me why I'm upset. This person isn't caring that I'm trying to study and they have the TV on. This person isn't watching this show with me. This person isn't respecting my silence. This person isn't whatever. And in so many scenarios, the problem is just we didn't communicate it. And we often make a huge mistake of assuming that everyone understands what we're feeling. But our feelings come just from our experience in our life, and nobody has experienced exactly our life. So we have different mechanisms and different methods that we have to go through things, to feel connection, to feel ways to heal through things. And we just expect that everyone else has that same thing. And one thing that being in a relationship has done for me is really helped me to realize how many things that I didn't realize that I haven't communicated that I feel. I used to have it where Christy would just say, do you want to go for a walk, with the dog or something like that? And I would actually be in the middle of working and I would think to myself, no, but I would just think I have to. And I would actually go on the walk and a little bit feel like I didn't get something done. And without any fault to her, I'd just start thinking like a little bit of resentment. Like she doesn't care that I was doing this or whatever. And just it starts building up. And what's been so amazing this year is discovering how many things that I, even though I think that I'm good at communicating, hadn't communicated. There's still levels of just like, I really need alone time, I really need space, or I really need to connect with you, or I need to just take you to dinner, or I need time alone with you, or whatever it is. We often don't say anything, and we just think that the other person, whether it's in a relationship or a friendship or your boss or your coworker or your clients, whatever, they all know it. And often they don't. And sometimes you might discover, well, I tell them and I really communicate it to them and they still don't care. Well, that's where you have the opportunity to ask yourself what you want in your life. Because obviously, if what you need and want isn't honored as you also honor what they need and want, then maybe you should ask yourself, why would I keep bringing something into my life that isn't helping me honor myself? And this is so huge to realize. And I've had many times where I realize, I didn't communicate that thing. And after either feeling that or communicating it, I realize I don't even feel that way. I start to realize that resentment comes from feeling that from my childhood or from someone way before this person. And then I start to stack this belief that the person that I'm talking to now is doing that thing that like my first girlfriend did in 1995 or something like that. So it's just huge to realize that maybe other people don't know that you have to pee. And instead of just building it up and feeling like you really have to pee and letting it get really bad and then creating no one's ever noticed that I have to pee, just saying right from the beginning, I have to pee, and doing it with every single other thing that you don't feel seen on. And watch as you communicate it, how either that person will totally go, oh, I didn't know that, let's talk about it, or let's create that space or whatever, or let's do that thing. Or you'll realize, I'm just hearing me communicate it, and I'm allowing myself to feel okay with what I haven't even communicated to myself. And the second I actually see what I haven't communicated, sometimes I don't even care if it's seen, because I didn't see me. And in almost every situation, our real problem is that we don't see ourselves. And then we expect everyone else to see us when we don't even see what we want ourselves. So it's so huge to understand the power of communication and really starting it off with yourself. Because you'll realize that your problem that you think you have with everyone is just an illusion. It's just an excuse to continually not see yourself. And the second you actually practice that communication, you create a whole new life.